Welcome to the Rick Helps Real Estate Show. Yes, I am back. Got my voice back too, kind of, sort of. For those of you who have never seen me before, you go back from what? Who are you? This is the Rick Helps Real Estate Show. We go over the real estate numbers for Arizona. I have no agenda. I don't make any long-term projections. We talk about what we're seeing currently in the market and any trends that we can pick up on, and I hope that helps you in your real estate journey. Now, I'm a little behind. I've been out for a couple of weeks, went a little bit longer than I thought. I had a medical procedure. I'll fill you guys in later on the video. I have many friends here and I'll get you up to speed on what's going on. But in the meantime, let's get into the Arizona market, shall we? Take a look at this. This is interest rates. Now, this is a survey. So the Mortgage News Daily does a survey, and Friday was a really good rates if you're wanting good day for rates, if you're wanting rates to go down. But because the bond market reacted favorably for lower interest rates because of bad economic news. Bad news always equals good news. The mortgage rates, Friday did not disappoint. Now, it shows us 6.89. We were something like 7.03, but then they kept going down the rest of the day. So Monday morning is going to be interesting. If we have any bad economic news that comes out all of a sudden on Monday or came out over the weekend, or good economic news, that number could go either way. So if you're out there thinking, do I lock? Don't I lock? I don't have an answer for you, but watch it closely. So it could turn around and just go back up to 7.02, and that's kind of the environment that we are in. Now, if I look at active listings for our total market here, you can see that they're continuing to go up. They were going up a little bit less than they were previously. Notice how they were sliding up there now, and now they've gone up more of a tick. And what I'm saying on my 7-day moving average, and the chart makes no sense now because I have a 2-week gap, that I will tell you that the number of contracts were rolling at about 3,000 every 7 days. Excuse me, I got to get a drink of water. So I was watching it carefully and saying, okay, as we get into February, will that number increase or decrease? And what will that mean for the spring market? A lot of people were saying, once we get into February, here we go. Well, it didn't happen because rates went up. So we went down about 100 units. So we went back down to 2,900. The number of new listings that were showing up have continued to grow. So that's giving us more of a gap. And that gap is giving us some pricing pressures, which I'm going to show you here. There's actually some good news for buyers and good news for sellers in today's video. Buyers, we're not there yet. If you're looking for bargain prices and you're looking for the crash and you're looking for affordability to get better, we're not there. Now, this is new listings by day, by month to date. And you can see here that we're at 7,056, and we are almost at 2019 levels when it comes to the number of new listings that are coming on a daily basis and a weekly basis. So new listings it's a month to date number. So we're back to what we would call pre-pandemic, which is right here. Now, new listings were not flying up very good in 2023 and 2024, but now they are increasing. What does that mean? Look at months of supply. This one kind of surprised me. We had popped up to 5.3 months there at that peak of that chart. Then we went right back down to where we were, 4.3. I suspect some of that was holiday driven, and I'll show you a number why I think that again in just a moment. This one should not surprise anybody. This is number of price reductions per week. Look at this, especially where we are and compared to other periods. Price cuts are the rule of the day. Now, why is it always go up in February? Well, everybody gets really optimistic in January. It's a new year. This year, there's a new president. We got new this, new that. Here we go. Let's go, baby. Let's list our house. Let's see what we can get. And then the end of January going, I didn't quite pan out like I thought it would. So here come the price reductions. Now, there's 3 or 4 different kind of sellers that are out there right now. There's sellers that go, I got a job transfer. I got to move. I have to sell my house. There's people that have lost a job that go, I have to sell my house. There are people that are saying, well, I got a lot of equity. I want to see if I can get this price. And then there are people that are saying, well, I'm going to test the waters a little bit. I kind of have to sell. I may not deep discount. If I have to deep discount, then I'll pull it off the market. What we're seeing with our average list pricing now is for buyers, it's kind of encouraging. We have finally flattened out. I could not understand why this was happening. Average list pricing going up this year. And especially since we came in hotter than where we finished last year. So the numbers are, as far as the colors here, there's 2023, there's 2024. We finished the year at $355 a square foot. We came back out at 357. It's like, well, if you didn't sell it then, but it shows you that sellers really not tuned in what was going in the market. And there's nothing like a January wake up call to say, well, I guess I'm not going to get that number. So we're leveling now. I expect this to decline. How far? I don't know. And there's some things I'm going to watch out for, especially when I talk about April 1st here in just a moment. This number here is 2021. So for people that bought in 2020 and 2021, this is where they bought, was around this average list price. You've got some decent equity, not a lot. The people that are hurt are people that bought in 2022 and they're trying to sell just slightly outside of a 2-year window. That's going to bite for a little bit. That's going to be hard to get out from underneath of. So as these prices come back down, you're going to see the people that are trying to sell going, nope, I'm out. Now the contract ratios are starting to climb back up. We're sitting here at about 35, 36, whereas last year we were in the 50s. So the contract ratios, the number of homes that are actually going under contract, it's not very brisk. In some areas, it's okay. Average days on market. Now this one, I want to explain this one a little bit. You can see that it went up, but why does it go up every year in January and February? Well, let me explain it to you. Back here is November and December. People listed their house here. The market's always slow in November and December. So they try to sell, and the house is still on the market at the end of January. Now it's been on the market 90 days. So that's a lot of days on market. In fact, our average right now, I think, is 85 days on market. That number will start to seasonally come down, as you see by this chart, because the November, December numbers will no longer be there. They will either have sold, pulled off, moved on, whatever. And so days on market will start what I call another seasonal decline, albeit slight. I don't think it's going to be a major dip down to 2023. Here's 2024. But I think it's going to mirror 2024 as far as just being flat for days on market. Finally, one more chart here. Listings expired per month. Now, I really want to do a deep dive into this. See this here in 2022 to 2023, we spiked up to 1,393 expired numbers. And then we spiked up to 758 again in December of 2023. And we've been pretty flat going into 2024. Now, they always spike at the end of the year because people list their homes and go, I'm either going to list it for 3 months or 6 months, maybe shorter. And then when it expires, they go, well, let's just take it off the market. That's different than canceled. People cancel for a lot of different reasons. But now I'm really going to keep my eye on April 1st, and here's why. Remember I told you there were 3 different types of sellers out there? Well, the ones that are testing the market, they're going to back off April 1st. They only listed for 90 days. I guarantee you. Well, let me see what I can get this winter. If I don't get it, I'm out. That's going to make expired listings April 1st spike. Now, if we keep getting a lot of new listings and I'm wrong and the expired listings don't spike, we're going to see more available listings on the market and more downward pricing pressure. If we see expired listings spike from a normal of about 650 to 1,200, 1,500, 2,000, those will be pulled off the market. That downward pricing pressure will not be as great as it is today. So April 1st, that's going to be your first shot across the bow of what kind of spring market to accept. Let me know what you think in the comment section below, because I think that's going to tell us, well, people are either giving up, moving on, or hanging in there. And so it's going to be a real indicator of what's going to happen in April, May, and June. Now we're already in our spring market here. Our spring market ties into spring training for baseball, and we're right there, full tilt. We're ready to go, ready to rock and roll. Temperatures starting to approach near the 80s. People are getting optimistic. Open house traffic is off the charts, which is good. It's not off the charts because sales are so brisk. It's just that there's no bad weather. There are no playoffs. There's no Super Bowl, no basketball playoffs, no baseball playoffs. Sunday, Saturday, not a whole lot going on except nice weather. Why not go to an open house? And realtors are happy because their open house signs are not blowing over like they do during monsoon season. Now, let me get to me on a personal level here for just a moment since I told you what's going on. I was diagnosed with renal cell carcinoma, which is a tumor on my kidney. I was also diagnosed with prostate cancer, very small. I'm going to be starting treatment on that in a few weeks. Both of them very small. So I had a procedure scheduled for last week on the 11th of February to remove the tumor on my kidney. Supposed to go in on Tuesday. They said you can go home on Wednesday. If you don't feel like it, you can go home next day on Thursday. I didn't get out till Friday night. The operation took 4 hours. Now, I'm a medical wimp. I admit it. I rallied pretty good while I was in the hospital. The nursing staff at Gilbert Mercy down in Valvis and 202 were just absolutely phenomenal. I have nothing but praise for the hospital. But I didn't anticipate staying there that long. I had a lot of complications coming out, none of it too brutal, but not good enough to let me go home. Now, they removed 20% of my kidney. I did get to keep it. I was happy about that. That's the first question I asked when I awoke. Do I still have my kidney? It's still there. I've got some follow-up appointments. The recovery phase is going kind of long, getting my energy back. Finally, I lost my voice for 2 weeks. So thankfully, Jessica, Pat, Jackie, and Ruby filled in for me. Jessica made a few videos to update you on what's going on in the market. I was feeling okay, but I had a breathing tube and it messed up my vocal cords. And a lot of times I just had to whisper, "Hey, could you get me that?" And so it's pretty rough. Right now, I'm just tired. I'm walking, trying to get my exercise back. It hurts like the dickens. And the night of the surgery, there were some complications that were pretty sketchy as far as I was concerned. My blood pressure dropped, my heart rate spiked, and I started going into sepsis. Those of you that know what that is know that that can be very dangerous. But there was an excellent nursing staff. They got right on it. They communicated with me well. They knew I had a sense of humor, so they were bouncing things off of me and making me feel very comfortable. And so here I am. I am back. We're going to go at it. As people filled in for me while I was gone, but they fill in for me all the time anyway. I've got a great team with Jessica, Jackie, and Ruby and Pat, and we just all work together. Even though two of them are with a different brokerage, we share business and do things together. So I was very happy that they were going to come in and help me. I watched the videos and critiqued them like crazy. I thought Jessica did a fantastic job. So if you have any questions, shoot me an email at rick@rickhelps.com. It's great to see everybody again. Take care.